And we are once again live with Raw Talks, and I'm amazed. I was waiting for this moment to arrive because today we're looking at Trevor Sexy Crane. Now, hello guys, and welcome back. I love you, man. Uh, I like starting the Raw Talks with this. Hold on. Who is Trevor Crane?
Trevor Crane is an author, speaker, and business coach who's known for helping entrepreneurs and business owners grow their businesses and increase their revenue. He often focuses on publishing and marketing strategies, and he's also known for his books and training programs that guide people through writing and publishing their own books to boost their authority.
That sounds about right. Nice to have
That
you on board, Trevor.
that sounds like somebody who works for me, or like it was a little monotone. That AI, the inflection, I think, is going to be improved over time. But like that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Nice to see you, brother.
Yeah, nice to see you. Did you try it yourself? Because it's quite intriguing to find out what does ChatGPT actually think about you.
You know what? I haven't as much as I probably should. I remember when I got my first client that came from, he's like, "Hey, I found you on ChatGPT." He said, "I searched for people around the subject
Right.
matter." And then he found me and he's like, "Hey, you made the top 10. And then you're one of the only two companies that called me back," or something like that. And then he's been working with us and off to a pretty good success. So I'd be like, Sweet." But yeah, I haven't played that
Nice.
game yet.
Nice. So as you shaved your head off, so you've had a few years on your back as well, and the reason why we're here today is because we had a few meetings because I became an author and all these things, and we've been speaking about all the marketing side of and the power of actually being an author. And I learned since we started talking the first time, I inspired already two people to write their own books that they already have released.
Oh,
So the thing about writing a book is something really, I would say, important when you are becoming a figure, trying to make your life worthwhile on your consultancy or whatnot journey. And we met because you know the shit. So, what's the story? Well, what are you doing with fools like me?
I've had a public, you know this, and AI did such a great job of telling you how awesome I am. But so this party started for me 30 years ago because I failed to write a book. So for the last decade, I've helped 1,000 authors become very successful authors. And that is a unique thing to do. Like most people that do have the balls to start getting a book done don't finish, and if they do, it typically is off to very little fanfare. It's like, people go fishing and they're so proud of that little fish that they caught, and then they release it into the live and nobody cares. Like maybe their wife or girlfriend or kid, give them a golf clap. That's how most books get released into the world with nobody giving a crap. And a book doesn't do anything unless you have a good launch campaign and you understand how to use it. And I was given this gift after 20 years of failing. 20 years of failing to write my book and publish it. And the thing was, dude, I didn't know the right questions to ask, and I certainly didn't know the right answers. And so I found someone to help me. I then 10x'd my business over the next 12 months. Ever since that happened, I was like, well, maybe I could help others. Is a book to me is like one of the foundational pieces that establish a founder's authority. And so if someone is watching this and you're a founder, a business owner, an entrepreneur, a thought leader, an expert at something, and you don't yet have a book out, this is a brick, like it's like a pillar of your brand that is missing. And I've been lucky enough to help a
I
few
can
other
even,
people.
and we have no transactions in between us, but I can already say that since I released my book, my new clients after the book pay me twice as much as they did before.
Well, there's a reason for that, brother. You have the foundation established of your brand and your message, and most people write phenomenal books. It's just they die in oblivion because nobody knows about it. And they, so the average author won't get out more than 200 or maybe even 2,000 books in their company in their lifetime. And so what I help people do, and this is what you orchestrated yourself, is when you have a market to message match with your message and it really connects with your ideal avatar, not writing a book for everybody on the planet, but like establishing your strategic niche of authority in a particular place. And you do it well. I mean, okay, let's go ahead and come up with another piece of seduction that's important for a business owner. Let's say that you are married or want to be married or have a significant other that you'd like to do some business with, if you know what I'm get my drift. My wife calls it foreplay, and she says it's an important thing. Most authors do not deploy this really important thing, like ring the doorbell before you try to get in to do the business. So, like, this is often missed. And so, what I help people orchestrate, and today I'll give you a little strategy to help everybody go ding dong, ring the bell. If you know what
Yeah.
anatomy part I'm talking about right now, then you might have an idea. But it's something that will trigger people to get an emotional response to say, that sounds delicious. I think I want some. And they create desire and demand for
Yeah.
themselves, their product or service, the problems they solve, the results they deliver. And so few people, so few amazing people know how to actually do this well. And there's a science and an art to it. And that's what we've been really good at for a long time. And you did it, dude. Very few people know the button to push that gets people to go, oh my gosh, I want some. Or,
Yeah.
ooh, he got me. He, she like articulated my pain so well that I feel like they know me and my situation so much that I got to go with you. And they miss out on the most powerful part of building their brand because they just skip this part. They think, I know what I'll do. Hold on.
That's
Hold
a
on.
that's a real good question, by the way, because how the hell do you build a brand? How the hell do you build a personal brand?
This is a really big pencil, and I'm excited to see you
I
today.
learned through our talks you like big things.
I do like big things, and I have no understanding. Okay, so, but here's the deal, dude. How do you build a brand? Well, it starts with, I would also call this magic pencil a magic wand. Like, one of the core things that we need to decide is like what you want to be known for. And it starts with you just like deciding like who you want to be a hero to, what are your goals, what do you want, what do you love? And I would say, like, as little kids, we do this. We're like, you ask the little kid, and they're like, I want a swimming pool. We're like, what do you want for Christmas? And now they're like, I want 2 swimming pools. Like, I think a lot of times adults don't decide what they want. And they oftentimes, this is why people write poor books sometimes, or at least do poor marketing with their branding, is they don't really strategically figure out what they love, what they want, what their future is. Brother, the first few questions I ever asked you when we met is, what do you love? What are you trying to build? What's your vision and mission? And then we talked for like an hour and a half, and I know about the next 4 books you've got coming out, and I asked probing questions to you, and it becomes a fun conversation. And oftentimes people fail to have that conversation with themselves or to seek guidance from
And you aspire the conversation, so I
100%. Because it's a back and forth, and it's often missed. So the brand begins with someone's goals and desires, and I think we're all in the same business, dude. Like you, me, like we have a similar avatar, but it's like everybody listening right now. I think it's the love business, which sounds so hokey, but it was my first millionaire mentor told me. I was in my 20s, and I found a guy that had made $1 million, and we had this mastermind I started, and he was like, he goes, the secret to my success is love. And I wanted to choke him out. I was like, "You shut up. Just tell me what I gotta do to be successful." And he's like, "Here's the deal, Trevor, I only take on projects that I love. I only work with people that I love. And then and then every day I get to live in love." And now you mentioned my new hairdo. It's been bald like this for a while. But when I was 20, I had a really solid mullet. And so that's what I was rocking. Joe Dirt style. I don't know if
yeah.
that's but anyway, like think 80s, and now I'm preaching that because I think we want to pick the business or life or brand that you want to have. Who do you want to be an avatar, like a hero to? And I'll give you this as a formula for my love business. Wait for it. I think there's a couple questions to ask. What would you love? So whoever's listening right now, what would you love? What would be a dream you have? Like when I asked Stefan, I was like, dude, where do you want to be in a year, in 3 years, in 10 years? And he started telling me. So that's your target.
Hmm?
And then who do you love is the next question.
Hmm?
And that's your avatar right there. That's who would you love? And then the next question, this is important. what do they love? Okay.
Exactly.
And these are the products and services that you provide. How about let's put this differently? I hope that they desire your products and services. What they love are problems solved and results delivered. And then our marketing job is to connect. And I don't know how the video is showing up right now. Right now, mine's visit for vertical, so I'm going to do it like this. But like, dude, like our job as business owners who care about people and want to help them is to go talk to these guys and gals about this stuff, which are the problems they want solved and the results they want delivered. And you invite them to the beautiful, Trevor, sexy Crane. You can invite him to me, but invite him to you. Point to the guy, point to the gal in the middle like it's you. And what's that sexy bridge? That's the magic is how do you monetize your message? Part of it is under like, this is your market. Let's do business terms that I draw with crayons and all over myself, and I'm like taking away the value of this. So don't let my silliness get in the way of this is your market and this is your message, which if we define it as the problems you solve and the results you deliver.
Exactly.
Or
The
if you think
benefit
about
of transacting.
yeah, and the people don't typically we're not trained to communicate like that, and
No,
I
no,
need
most people
have
and founders especially, by the way, they focus on the product. They focus on what they have created instead of
sure.
what you gain out
Dude, they're
of
the
working with.
engineer. They're the one that figured this out. They're the scientist. Like, we're way too smart for our own good. I'm horrible at this without some help. Like, I seek help from mentors and from my audience so that I can tweak my message to craft it about what they want. And dude, I'll give you an avatar that I have in my life as an example here because people are watching right now and you're like, I know what I know. Like, just to be warning, that's not the smartest language to have. I already know that. Okay, fine. um, because here's the deal. I love my wife. I'm sure there's someone in your life that you love. So she would be a particular type of avatar for a particular type of thing that I have in my life, right? And I know she loves chocolate. So if hold on, my wife loves chocolate. So if I get it in the house, dude, my branding is done. My marketing job is
Yeah,
done. Stefan, I've screwed this up more than once. I was at Costco and I bought a bag of chocolate macadamia nuts, which was as bigger than my head. And I brought it home thinking I'm going to be a hero. And I've got two doors in my office. There's one behind me and one right over there. And she walks in and she's holding half a bag of these Hawaiian macadamia nuts covered in chocolate. And I'm like, she's mad at me and she's holding it. She's like, why did you bring these into the house? And I was like, I
because I love you.
thought you like them. And she's like, no, it's milk chocolate. I like dark chocolate. And Stefan, they look dark to me, and I actually prefer milk chocolate. But I was in trouble with her, and I'm like, "Well, then why did you eat them? Like, who ate those?" And she's like, "You know I'll eat it, and it's not worth the calories. Don't get this crap in the house." So I thought I was going to be a hero because I brought home what I loved, not necessarily what she loved. And so
Mhm.
then I'm thinking chocolate is also an important thing in the entire Crane
Yeah,
family. That
and what you learn from this story is remember
well,
to talk to your wife, uh,
yeah,
and remember to ask her why is she why is she even focusing on dark chocolate? Because then she'll be saying it's because of blood, blah 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 blah, and it's good for the soul.
Speedo. It's I don't know what but I brought home white chocolate for my teenager,
Well, that's my
and it
favorite though,
got in bigger trouble because my wife had says there's no nutritious
chocolate.
value in that
Nope.
whatsoever, and you're giving pure poison to our daughter. So I got in bigger trouble, and I thought chocolate was chocolate. And Stefan, the more successful business owners I've ever met, and I don't care whether they make millions or tens of millions or hundreds of millions, there's so much value in the conversation with the customer to figure out specifically the nuances between whatever it is for them that split hairs between dark chocolate and white, because they're not small. They're the unique characteristics. And before we even started recording this, you said, Trevor, it's amazing what happens when you have the right market to message match. That's not exactly what you said, but you're like, you've got something right now that has investors and people getting excited, sitting up, saying, hey, I want more. And I think that's what we want to do with our brand is good. Figure out what to say to people so people go, not only am I going to pay attention, but I want more. And then that's our marketing is to just give out this phenomenal value and then you become known for and you're associated to the
Creating
problems that are solved and the
desire.
results that are delivered, dude.
Yeah.
Desire, man. Desire is fire and desire. Fire is like so that people get off their ass and like, whatever. And desire is that they go work hard to go do the thing. Like they're like, I want it. And if you can,
Yeah. The oxytocin thing, right? So, looking from a scientific point of view, what do you know? What is actually happening? Because I know that you're still buying a white milk chocolate and sometimes a white chocolate, because then you make sure that you can have some as well.
I've got some different avatars. I've got the avatar in the mirror, and I got the avatar in the bedroom, and I got the avatar that they're both my boss more than me. So I think I like to use those stories just because they're silly and I get to yell. But I think they parallel what oftentimes the mistake business owners make, and the market moves so fast. I can give everybody watching a 3-step process to apply this so that it's not just it's just wordsmithing
Yeah,
thing. So
please give it.
permission. Okay, so here's the piece. So to architect your brand or authority, let's just get this done right now. I gave you 3 questions. So I can't give you the answers, but I can give you the 3 questions. What would I love? Who do I love? That's your market. And then what do they love? That's your message. So that's your market, message, and your marketing is now the following. So I'm going to give you 3 steps to your marketing that can help you monetize your mission. So the first step is to announce what you're going to do. And step number 1, this is it positions you as a thought leader, as the expert, as the visionary. It's dangerous, by the way, but once you get clear about what you want, who you serve, what they love or whatnot, or you're trying to figure it out, it's actually phenomenal to announce. And this gives you instant authority, y'all. And Stefan, I'll give everybody a free copy of my new book called Instant Authority if they go to epic.media/apply. I didn't even ask your permission. I'm just going to throw that out there, but go get it. I want to publish your book, and I'll give you a link to get my
Yeah,
book for free. You would
amazing.
have to go through because I want to publish your book and all that shit. So go there and get it. But and you have to click a button and do a thing to get the thing. But I'll give you my book for free, and I'll share with you the exact steps that you would use. Epic.media/apply. Are you saying the link is below, or that the real sexiness is below? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. So step number 1 is announce, and here's what I'm challenging everybody to announce right now. So, hey, Stefan, introduce me to your audience real quick. Could you do me a favor and just say, hey, Trevor, I'd like you to meet my audience of amazing. So,
Meet my audience, fellow founders, entrepreneurs, and leaders and company owners all around the world.
you sexy people, so nice to meet you, Bob, Sally, Jack, John, whatever. Like we're meeting right now. And let me share with you something. I would love to publish your book. So check it out, Stefan. They just got approached by a publisher. So say hi to me back, by the way.
Hi,
Pretend
nice to
in
meet you.
no, not you, them, you watching right now, like you say hi back. So now we have just met, and I want to publish your book. But here's the thing, Bob, Jack, John, Sally, Muhammad, whatever, you. I only want to publish successful authors. So I'm going to challenge you to become a success before I write and promote your book. Let's create that desire and demand for you and have a pre-launch promotional thing that validates your market, your message in the marketplace. Now, what does this mean? I want to publish your book. So you can use this announcement. So everybody take a moment, write this down. I'm so excited. I just met a publisher who wants to publish my book. Stefan, most people work really hard to put social media content out there that people are going to pay attention to. This doesn't happen every time, but like 95% of the time, those little 15 words, I'm so excited, exclamation point. I just met a publisher who wants to publish my book.
Mhm.
You can genuinely say that right now if you're listening to me, guys, and you can publish that right now on LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, pick your social media channel of choice. This can be the most engaged post you can that you will have had in the last year. It ranks up there with babies, new babies, puppies, new cars, shit like that. And it is a vulnerable way for you to put something out. It says that you are a man or woman in demand. And what this is it's you casting this instant authority vision of like, hey, you are in demand and I want to publish you. And if I can help you get your market out, your message out there, this will work right away to get engagement. It's probably going to be people to ask questions like, who are you talking to and whatnot. And they don't have to mention my name or say use Epic
Oh,
Author
yeah.
Publishing as your brand. You don't have to do any of that. Just do this and watch what happens. And what people want when they post something is to get attention, and then they want to attract to take action. And so getting a comment or a like or a thumbs up, that's what you're looking for. And so this starts the conversation.
So if I'm even considering writing a book, all I should do is to make such a post out in my current space,
Even
to
if you're
see if
not,
that
tell
actually
the
gives
truth.
what?
Even if you're not considering writing a
Yeah,
book,
you can just delete
try
the
this
post.
anyway. Because here's why. I'm just challenging everybody listening right now to tell the truth. The truth is, maybe you're not excited about it, but like maybe the excited is nervousness. But like I just approached you to want to publish your book. I'm not pointing at Stefan right now. I'm probably pointing at you listening or watching right now. I want to publish your book. Tell the truth. And it doesn't say that you're going to. It doesn't say that you're going to do it with me. It doesn't say what book you have. Stefan, when you and I met and you started telling me about all your 5 new book ideas, like I'm like, well, what's the right book for you right now? That's one you want to discover, and we can help you architect your authority with the next couple of steps. So announce is the first thing. Have the courage to call your shot. This is what I'm going to go build, or at least I'm now a man or woman in demand. Someone out there sees me in authority and wants to publish my book, and it gets you attention, attracts people to take action with you. So step number 1 is announce. Step number 2 is to ask. So Stefan, anybody watching it right now that has ever thought about doing a book, might want to do a book, or like they're not against doing a book, or at least you'll take some action with me to help position your branding, your brand, and build your authority today with these few steps. Just make that post. Second thing is if anybody comments or likes or whatnot, your mom, one of your competitors, whatever it is,
Yeah.
you follow up with that person and you ask for interviews or introductions. Because as your publisher or somebody who wants to publish
Hmm?
your book,
Hmm?
Stefan, I'm going to recommend that you go talk to the people that you're trying to help or serve, which would be, can I interview you for my book? Now, dude, this is a win-win-win. I think the coolest way to build trust and brand on the internet is to talk to cool people about their favorite subject themselves. And you get to build trust and brand by building relationships. This extends your reach, your relationships, and even if you're the greatest plastic surgeon in the history of the world or the greatest sales guy or the greatest consultant, why not learn more by asking questions? So here's the deal. If you and I were dating again, Stefan, because I'm happily married, as sexy as my middle name is, I'm happily married and not looking for any dates necessarily. um, if I was dating, I would have a particular type of person I'm looking for. And if you are to go talk to someone, don't talk to someone you think sucks. So
Ah.
you're going to ask for either interviews or introductions. So if you get
Hmm.
10 people to like your post or
Yeah, so you
110
start
people,
understanding your audience. It's pretty
100%.
simple.
You look at him and go, "Hold on, does it look or sound like you're" and then you compliment him. You're like, "Oh my god, Stefan, you look beautiful. I would love to interview you for my
Yeah.
book." And when I first approached you, dude, it was the same thing. Like my team was helping me contact you and they were like, "Can we talk to you on my podcast?" And I was like, "Dude, can we do a book interview with you first? Because I write books for people like you. I thought build collaborations with people like you." So you and I met for this reason. I mentioned book, dangled it in front of you. We had a conversation. And since I'm not a douche and neither are you, we're building a relationship of trust and we're now moving our relationship forward. It didn't make me money yet. Like you said, you haven't given me money and I haven't given you money, but it's expanding our reach, our relationships, and our revenue. And I asked you for an interview, and then I can ask for introductions. Because if you are not the sexy bitch that I want to do business with,
I
or
might
you like
know it.
Brad,
Yeah.
then like I can like let's say the crazy cat lady comments on your post. You can go, hey, crazy cat ladies need help too, need love too. So you can go,
And there are
thank
many
you.
others.
And there's so many cuckoo birds out there. You're gonna go like, I don't know who the hell this person is. Do you mean I need to talk to all of them? No! Handpick them. Imagine you are a sexy bitch and you should only be going on dates with the people that you think that you love or can introduce you to the person you love. And then you ask for introductions. And Stefan, I am beyond, we talked about sales and how much founders need to increase their marketing and sales and brand right before this started. I don't even do sales calls anymore, dude. I do intros, like, "Hey, nice to meet you." I do interviews, and I do coaching calls, and that's it. Like, I don't want to make people feel douchey and feel sold to. So
No,
it's fine.
and I can, by the way, tell you why. Because we grow numb in selling all the
Dude,
time. We are missing human connection. You actually inspired me in this podcast to write another book because all I'm working with now is human connection. No, the reality is we are disconnected as a human race. We don't. We all pitch all the time. So what you're doing for your own market, I actually adore because that's the only in the end, you will only buy from a person you connect with for real anyway. So the whole pitch slapping in the beginning really doesn't matter.
well, and I don't know the last time Nike ever knocked on anybody's door to say, "Would you like to buy my shit?"
Eh,
Or Coca-Cola or Apple, they or Tesla. Let's say somebody likes Tesla and somebody hates Tesla because there's gonna be lovers and haters on both sides. One of the measures of your marketing actually being successful is there's someone out there who hates it. Like, you're not really successful with your marketing and your brand until someone you don't know doesn't like your ass, because of what you stand for. Because there's somebody out that's gonna, stand against the things that you speak the most to. So here's my little diagram here on the little love thing. And this is supposed to be money. Okay. And this is the avatar. And this is the bridge. And that bridge, you said people are pitch slapping people. I heard your play on words. Y'all must, if you don't know, Stefan likes to say that people get they're pitch slapping all the time. But this is a bridge between your avatar, the people you love and what they love, and you just said it's building a connection, and that's I teach this part of communication, which is I call the 4 Cs, like you connect, you show you care, you have clarity on your message, and you have a call to action. Like today, I hope to connect with your audience. I said, "Who are we talking to? What do they want most?" Right? And I'm trying to build a connection, know, like, trust people are familiar with. Like, they're not gonna people don't know you, they're not gonna buy your shit. If they don't like you, they're not gonna buy your shit. If they don't trust you, they're not gonna buy your shit. But what comes before that is desire. So it's know, like, trust, and desire. How do you create desire? You announce, you ask, and then if and when people want your help, you ascend. So step 3 of you building your brand and monetizing your message or mission is to just have clarity about where you take them from here to there to the thing. And typically, Stefan, for us to build a relationship, we could have a really nice one night stand. You're a sexy bitch, so I could understand why, that might be our thing. But it might take a couple, like one communication and then a second communication and then a third. Like just I might go on. I went on more than one date with my wife
yeah, it takes
before
7 attempts.
we did business, if you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about. So I want to create desire, and so this little piece of our marketing is just to find the people that we could help and give them what they want. And then just have it embedded that the call to action is like, would you just like to go to the next step? Which is typically the next date, which is like book a call with me or schedule the next appointment or join my webinar or get on my thing. But just something that gives value and is always trying to like just give something away, which is what I tried to do in the little 30-minute piece we've had so far, brother, is
so you know
give
what, Trevor? I have a you make it sound so easy.
just wish I knew somebody who'd been doing this for a while. Oh yeah, I remember. It's that guy. That guy's been doing it for he screwed it up so badly so many times. The insight I have for people comes from just a lot of talking to a lot of people, helping a lot of people, but I've made so many silly, stupid mistakes, and I still make them to this day. I need a lot of help to get my goals in life, and I find, Stefan, the most successful people I've ever met have asked me for help, in a short period of time of meeting them. And this is what I'm inviting everybody to do here. Go talk to the sexiest people on the planet, the ones that that you want to help and serve, about their favorite subject. And if you don't know it yet, and there's ways for you to improve, I know they want chocolate. Well, go find out the nuances between dark and light and whatnot, so that they do it. And you fill your calendar with the most amazing human beings on the planet that you want to serve anyway, And then you're in that silly love business that my first millionaire mentor talked about.
I
But
love it.
it's the most successful business in the history of the world, dude. People love to buy things that they love that solve problems and deliver results.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Trevor Crane. 20 books. He knows what he's talking about. See you, man.
Thank you, dude.